Okay. This will be my third review on the LeoLines Transgendered underwear. I just barely received it in the mail. Just like barely. Haven't opened it yet, so if you haven't seen my other two reviews, this is the kind of packaging it comes in. So, like this. So I haven't opened it yet, so let's do this really quick. Yeah. There we go. There we go. Okay. Let's see here. Have the receipts. Let's see here. That looks good. Anything else in there? Okay. This is the kind of packaging it comes in. So if you look at this is the packaging. It's kind of, yeah, cute little bag it comes in. Let's see here. Then, if you haven't seen my other videos, she does a loyalty program. That's basically what it is. This is the bag, what it says. I got 4 more points. So all together from my last 2 orders and this one, I have the 10 points now. So I get the discount, and here's the tag. And as you can see, this one's the child's 12 is the size. It's right under, right here, the adult extra, extra small. And this is the back of the tag. And I suggest, if you haven't heard of this product before or know anything about it, I suggest you order 2 pairs to start with. One that's recommended for your hip size, then one size smaller, because a size smaller could fit better and snugger. So this one, unlike my last video, I didn't cut this off when I did it, so this time I'm going to cut it off, the tag, and do this review properly. Okay, the colors I got this time was the black, light purple, and lime green. Well, the picture, it says fluorescent green, but when you're selecting the color, it says lime green, and it's the lycra fabric. So it's, yeah. So this is the lime green in the lycra fabric. If you can see around the waist and the legs, it's kind of, I'm not sure if you can see it on this, but it's kind of shiny. Kind of hard to tell, but yeah. Then if you look at the crotch on it, how it's like that, and that's because the way it's sewn, that's how it tucks, and it has padding. It's like a padded in there. That's what makes it so it tucks. And so that's what the front looks like. The back. And this is the brief style. This is the tag. The front of the tag. And that's the other side of the tag. Yeah. There we go. if you can see, it's the other side of the tag. So yeah, and when I turn the inside out, this is the front, that's the back. As you can see, it's sewn like this. That's what it looks like on that side. That's what it looks like on this side. And on the other side, it's the same. And the same thing right here. It's sewn the same. So that's how this one looks. If you can see, like that. Yeah. So that's the lime green. And this one's black. So there's the front. If you can see, it still has that steel panel like that. Here's the back. That's what the inside looks like. You can look at that, the back. And it's still sewn the same. If you can see, it's kind of hard to see on this one because it's black. And the sides are sewn the same. So, and it's this, the black, and the last pair I ordered is light purple. So this is what the light purple looks like. So the crotch is the same on all of them. There's the back. And then this, the inside's white like the lime green. Then there's the back. You can still see how the pattern right here is sewn. And that's where it tucks from here to here. And it's padded. So that's what makes it so it tucks. All of the LeoLines Transgendered underwear is padded and sewn like that. It's just depending on the size. If the part right here goes up higher or not. Because when it's smaller, this is up higher in the front. But that's what it looks like. They're all sewn the same and everything. Yeah, on the sides right there. Sewn the same and sandwiched right there like that. Sewn the same. So that's what the purple looks like. Looks like that in the brief style. And the black, as you can see, it's black on black. It's white on the lime green, and the white lined part on the light purple. So it just depends on the color you have is what the inside of the lining's gonna look like. So that's what these three colors look like on the LeoLines Transgendered underwear. And the link to her Etsy shop will be in the description below, in there. And the link to the video where I'm actually wearing these. Because I'm going to do a review what it actually looks like when I'm wearing it. So that will also be in the description below when the video is uploaded. So make sure to check back there for that. And like my last review, how I was saying that it's right where the crotch meets the butt. It's right. Okay, see. This part right here is the crotch, and this back part's the butt. Right here, this spot right here, there's a little bit excess fabric. Because the way I discovered how to tuck with this when you, okay, if you already know how to tuck, this would just be like a briefer for you, but yeah. Okay, what I usually do is I pull it up with everything in there. Make sure the testes are up in the cavity. Then you pull it up where it normally sits. And this from here to here, from here to here, it's gonna sit a little bit forward. I usually take this part right here, the back, then I pull it all the way back right where the crotch ends, like the perineum area, and the butt begins, where this sits. I pull this back, then I make sure the scrotal tissue is pulled away from everything else, like back a little bit more. Then after you let it go, wherever it goes and stays, in that spot is where it's going to stay. And I noticed doing that actually tucks with this really well, and it, like, if you think of a female's genitalia, female genitalia is not perfectly flat. So if you think of it that way, like a girl that has a little bit more prominent, like more pronounced down there, it gives that kind of a look where, because like female genitalia, there's more in the front a little bit and less in the back, how everything slopes that direction. It gives that kind of a look when you tuck this way. Like if you have a little bit more prominent, then I'm able to wear pants properly up where on the waist where it's supposed to. I'm able to wear like workout like pants without worrying of anything being, yeah. And shorts, I'm able to actually wear like short shorts, like tighter short shorts without using any other method of tucking. So this actually is the best method I have found for tucking. It's the best underwear I have found, so I highly, highly recommend this over everything out there on the market for tucking. It works better than the thong style from other sellers, because an issue I had with the thong style is that, like I say, the scrotal tissue, after everything's tucked and the testes are up in the cavity, like sitting right above those cavities and everything, sometimes it's hard to get the like scrotal tissue properly in there. Sometimes a little bit can slip out and cause pain in the thong style because how it's thinner in the crotch going in this way, and compared to this it's wider and it doesn't stretch this way and it doesn't stretch this way, so it doesn't stretch around like this in this weird way like the thong style does, even though the thong style is 3-layer. The ones I have been using, like if you watch that video on those ones, then you can see it stretches in those directions and it's thinner this way compared to like this where it's wider, and the wider actually helps to tuck better without having that discomfort, and you don't have a chance of anything slipping out, especially because the thong style brand new is like really tight, so it kind of pinches, so, and it can cut off the circulation, which that becomes painful, which that has happened, and then you have to readjust, and it's just a hassle to go through that. So using the LeoLines Transgendered underwear solves that issue. Solves like the 3 or 4 method I have used before, because the way I tucked before compared to now is different. Because before I would have a panty liner because I learned that trick. I was watching the show RuPaul's Drag Race, and that's how I learned that trick. Plus, it also helps to keep your underwear clean and everything. So I used that, the thong style, then a pair of underwear over that, and either undershorts or a bottom shaper. And that's the method I had been using for a long time. And it ends up right halfway between the pubic bone and the butt, like halfway. There's like it doesn't really flatten right there, so it's kind of like a bulge a little bit in the thong style. But in the LeoLines Transgendered underwear, solves all that issue when you just need one garment. But I still use the line, like the panty liner, to help keep things clean, and it does help a little bit with tucking, and the way I described how to tuck, it gives that feminine shape that all the girls have down there, and it feels like there's nothing there at all, like you don't have any male genitalia. It doesn't give any male bulge or anything. It feels like you just don't have anything down there, especially when you have your legs like closed together or crossed. You can't feel anything, and with the LeoLines Transgendered underwear. So that's my experience with the previous 4 that I have, and it does the size smaller, because what was recommended for me in my waist, I mean my hips are currently 34 inches last I measured, and so I got what was recommended for that. Then I bought 2 that size. Then next time I bought 2 smaller, and it ends up the size smaller fits better, and like a size bigger was up higher on the, like the back part right here was up higher where it sat, and where the crotch meets the butt there was excess fabric there, but it still tucks really well and everything. But I noticed the size smaller tucks a little bit snugger. Yeah, that's the dog back there. But it tucks snugger, and that where the crotch meets the butt, there is still a little bit excess fabric, but not as bad, and it sits properly on the waist. It doesn't stick up as high on the back when you adjust it the way how I showed. Doing it that way, it ends up tucking a lot better. I mean, like so much better. And when I'm wearing the LeoLines Transgendered underwear, I feel more comfortable because I have severe like dysphorias about my genitalia, and I noticed this actually helps in the meantime until I'm able to get surgery. So this actually helps with that little dysphoria, because how I can't feel anything, like there's like nothing down there when wearing it. So, and especially wearing workout clothes and things where it's like tighter, you don't have to worry about anything, and it just like feels amazing, and there's no discomfort. And yeah, so this is like the best thing. I highly recommend it over everything that's out there. So if you know, if yourself or anyone you know, like someone that's a drag queen or cross-dresser or a hermaphrodite or any other trans women that hasn't had the surgery yet, who needs something for tucking, I highly recommend that you share this video with them and my other 2 videos on this project, because it's the best thing out there over everything. And I'm happy I found this 2 months ago. It's been about 2 months since I found this brand. And it's what I ordered was the lycra fabric in the brief style, because I decided the brief style should end up tucking better because the crotch is wider than the bikini. It goes in a little bit more. Then the other style was called waist, which is a higher waist. It's basically like this, but higher waisted. So if you're a bigger woman out there, like, yeah, if you're a little bit bigger, a trans woman or whatnot, the waist style will actually help with that tummy area. So, but for those of us that are skinnier, and I suggest getting the size for your hips than a size smaller. That way you can save money on further purchases, because if you need something smaller, you save money because the bigger sizes cost more and the smaller sizes are cheaper. Like each size smaller is $1 less in each style. So that's what I recommend. So share this video with anyone you know who needs to tuck. It will help more people out there for tucking, and it'll also help her with manufacturing, making more for people to help through the transgender community. So yeah, so that's what I recommend. So that's my third review on the LeoLines Transgendered underwear in the black. That's what the black looks like. The light purple and lime green. So that's my suggestion on it. And also, yeah, because it's the lycra fabric, it's kind of, yeah, parts of it is shiny. Like, I don't know if you can see. You can kind of see. But it is shinier. Like, look at on this one, you can see how that's kind of shinier, like that. So, over time, that shininess can end up going away. And I also recommend when you wash it, because this is it says right here, like machine wash. Yeah, it says machine wash gentle, soap gentle cycle, hang to dry. I recommend, if your washing machine has a hand wash cycle on there, use it. Put them in a laundry bag and wash it on the hand wash cycle. That way it protects them, then keeps them lasting longer, and it doesn't have a chance to get caught on anything, get ruined, and it just keeps everything together and washed. And also, before washing it, each individual color, you should put it under warm water or like cold water, because if you put cold water, the colors won't bleed, but warm water can make the color bleed. So just do a test in like the sink or something first to make sure the color won't bleed. And if the color does bleed, then you know, don't put it with the rest of the stuff until all the color that's going to bleed out does bleed out, because that can happen. Because I heard it was the hot pink one, heard that does that, and when like someone's review on, when I was looking up the reviews. So I suggest that as well, to make sure it doesn't bleed and whatnot. If it doesn't, then you're okay. Then wash it all on the hand wash cycle with gentle like soap and everything. So like mostly like the detergent now, like the HE detergent, that's the HE rated, that actually has less, it's like a milder detergent, doesn't soap up really bad or at all. So if it's HE rated, that's good, because that's what I've been doing to wash them, using detergent that's HE specific, then putting them in a laundry bag, put it on the hand wash cycle on cold, on like small, like a small load, cold water, like cold on the hand wash cycle in a laundry bag, HE detergent. And I've noticed that after wearing them, like the size bigger and the size smaller, ends up, it seems like it's stretched to the same size. But after washing it that way, how I just mentioned, they go back to this, how they were before you first wore them, and it seems to be helping that way. And after it's all washed, I usually like hang it to dry, either on a clothesline, just over it, like if my arm was a clothesline, just like that for it to dry, or a railing or something, or a hanger or something to dry. And I've noticed doing it that way protects them. And do not put it in the dryer, because putting it in the dryer can really ruin the elastic on it, because putting like bras and underwear in a dryer can cause the elastic to melt, and it can make it stretch out. So never do that. So that's my recommendations on washing. So until my next video, because I am planning on getting 3 more, and doing another review. It's going to be like 3 lighter colors I don't have, because right now I have 5 dark colors and 2 light colors. So I'm planning on getting 3 more to use the discount. Yeah, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I have the discount. So I'm gonna get 3 more, then 3 more light colors. Then I'm gonna do a review on them. So look out for that video when it happens. Because it takes about a few weeks for it to come in, and shipping, I noticed that it was estimated for the shipping to be on Monday. Monday's the 5th, and today's the 30th, so it's come in that many days before the recommended day is supposed to be. And that's happened with every order, so you get it a lot earlier than what's been estimated, so that's good. So, and if you find something you like that's in the ready to ship, because there's the ready to ship, then the ones that says, last I looked, it said transgendered underwear, and that's made to order. So she makes it as orders come in, based on what orders first. then they're ready to ship. She ships it out the next day. So if you find something you like and that's in your sizing, I recommend that. And that can actually get it in faster, so you can test to see what size is going to fit you better. But most of the stuff that's in the ready to ship is the bikini styles, so watch out for that. And yeah, the link to her Etsy shop will be down there, and the link to the other video on my other channel. I'm not going to put that on this channel because I don't want to show me wearing them on this channel. It'll be on my other channel that's specifically for things like, yeah, more transgendered related on that channel. So, and comment, thumbs up, and subscribe. And if you're subscribed and you're not getting notifications of my videos, it should be a bell next to the subscribe button if you're subscribed, and you can, yeah, put the settings and everything, then you'll get notifications that way when I upload. So yeah, so that's my review on the LeoLines Transgendered underwear in the child's 12 in the lycra fabric in lime green, light purple, and a black, which should be a staple in everyone's wardrobe. Should be at least a black pair. So, and my suggestion, start out with 10 pairs all together as a set, and that will help keep them lasting longer, because then they won't wear out. That's my other recommendation with it. So you can rotate it that way without having to wear the same pair over and over and over, then wearing it out faster. And that way, the more pairs you have, the longer you will have them, and they last longer. Then the more years down the road you can have them before surgery, if you plan on having surgery, have it that long. Then, and if you get more and more, then they will end up lasting a lot longer, because you're not wearing them as each pair as much and washing it as much and everything. So yeah, so that's my other recommendation. And if you do have surgery and you have these, you can still use them, because it's a gap that's designed like underwear, so you can just still use them as regular underwear. So yeah, so if you take care of them properly, you'll have them last that long. So yeah. And my last recommendation, when hanging them to dry, if it's inside and you have like the air conditioner on, it's gonna take a little bit longer to dry. But if it's like summertime and you hang it outside to dry, like out to dry, it can dry faster, and yeah, that heat can help it to dry faster. And it's not the heat from the sun, depending on if you have it in sunlight, could fade the colors, so you have to pay attention to that. So if you have it, hang it out to dry, like outside, and hang it somewhere where it's not going to be direct sun, and that will help with that. And yeah, other than that, that's what I recommend. So I just usually hang them out inside, usually, unless I have too much stuff to hang inside, then I will do it outside. So it just depends. So that's my recommendations on that. So yeah, so that's my experience and recommendations with the transgendered underwear from LeoLines. Yeah.